that journey. I mean, like, that is an amazing journey. And I think, like, one that I'm sure anyone else in Africa, especially, like, because we can so easily feel insignificant when we're watching, the television, or like when we're on YouTube and so on, and we see all these guys who are like, yeah, well, if I was born in America, I would have been that big. But let's look at your story, because I think it's so inspiring. You didn't even speak English.
No.
For people to be listening to this right now, they've got to be able to speak English. So go for it. Let me sit back.
When I arrived to to America, this country, in America, like 10 years ago, I didn't speak English.
Only 10 years ago?
10 years ago.
And you were not 11, 10 years ago? That's fine.
I didn't speak English at all. So I was just, what is your name? Ceiling, floor, window, that's it. So when my husband asked me to marry him, he had to ask me 3 times because I couldn't understand the first one, the second one, until the third one when he pulled out the ring, like marriage, and I saw the ring, oh, marriage, you and me? Yes. So, and we were communicating with Google Translate, with signs, with drawings. Yes, it took me a year. And all my friends they speak English. So that's it. And I learned from that. But sometimes I was feeling like Moses, like a stutter, like God. I was like having kind of those conversations with God, like, why you are sending me to lead worship and now to preach, because I'm preaching now in English. Wow. In English, I couldn't do it in my comfort zone, in the zone, in Spanish. I can do it. But when God take you out from your comfort zone and you trust what God called you to do, and it's when you put in alive what the word says, that He is strong in your weakness.
Amen. That's right.
So my weakness was the English, the language. So how am I going to do that? And God told me, open your mouth and I will put the right words in you.
Wow.
So it's
that's amazing.
So now I'm doing, worship conference, women's conference, I am a main speaker for different, women's conference around the world, and I am very honored. What I say is a favor of God.
And so God didn't even, He didn't just send you to English-speaking churches, but now He's sending you all over the world. I mean, Indonesia, they don't necessarily speak English as the first language.
They are Bahasa.
Bahasa, you
so
see what I mean?
Imagine I'm this Mexican speaking in English and having a translation in Bahasa. I'm like, okay, God, it's just you.
I mean, like, that really just kind of shows. But tell us about,